Fitzy and Whipper.
The brand new one for the old Mendes there. How good is he? Just a talented bloke. Can do anything. Can play a musical instrument, can sing, and is really good looking. Who else in Australia is multi-talented
I met a vet,
and really good looking?
I've met a vet once who can surf, but can also do, was it an ABBA takeoff for Studio 10? What's the new ad that I saw last night?
Yes.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, stop
actually,
Chris Brown,
you're actually
everyone!
talking to me.
And Al Pacino impersonations. What fun.
It's Easy Beats.
Easy Beats. What's
Friday
the
on
song?
my mind.
That's right.
Yeah,
I loved it.
A lot of fun. That was the living room promo, which kicks off tomorrow night as well. It's 7:30 on Channel 10. You have a lot of fun on that show, don't you, Brownie? You love that show.
Well, they treat me with respect, which is remarkable. I come out of working on the living room, I think a better person, a more confident person, and I build myself up to a level where when it enables me to step back into this studio
Until
and just take a hit and get back
Sure,
down to where I was before.
we're doing what Graham would like, your dad would like us to do, and that's to keep you level-headed. We bring you right down. Hey, an article I was reading last night, when you were growing up, there was kind of that rumour that, a dog was cleaner than a human in terms of its tongue and its mouth. This article went on to say you should never let a dog lick your face. Can be fecal matter, can be diseases, can be... I thought the dog's mouth was good.
If a dog has any sort of wound or anything like that, they lick it because they believe that the enzymes in their saliva and also the cleansing action of their tongue cleans it. And that's kind of true to a certain extent, but their mouth also has a lot of bacteria, and the mouth goes to all sorts of unspeakable places. If you ever watch them for 5 minutes, it goes to some really dark corners.
Really dark corners.
Brownie.
And so, in terms of licking the face, it's actually not as bad as it sounds, because all those bacteria that they have in their mouth are their bacteria. And we tend to have our bugs and they have theirs, and it's very hard for one to cross over to the other. So
Same way you can't give your dog the flu, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So you may have millions of bacteria come onto your face when they lick you, but those bacteria are unlikely to cause problems.
There were a couple of greyhound that got COVID in Geelong, I think.
So they can catch it from us, but they can't then transfer it to a person. So they get really mild signs, and they've done research into how many dogs get COVID after we've had COVID, and it's a reasonable number, but it's very mild, and they're not a threat to other people.
Okay.
Brownie, anal glands.
Yeah.
Obviously.
The first word there alarmed me a little bit.
Took me by surprise as well.
I've had a pretty tough week. It's mate. This is where I don't envy you as a vet, because and a lot of dogs have to go in and get these.
The dogs at their bottom, they need to be milked.
Mate, it is the word, mate.
It is an abomination. And
in your car, if they do it in the back of your car whip, you cannot get the smell out.
Is this all dogs?
No, not all
yes,
breeds.
every dog has them, and cats have them as well.
I've never come across it.
In a career full of scent abominations, things that smell awful. This is the top of the tree. So they have these little glands about the size of a small grape just inside their back end.
Yeah.
And if they get blocked or if they get infected, you need to squeeze them so if you see a dog dragging its bum across the lawn,
that's
why.
what they're doing.
that's not worms. It's these
But
glands.
How come my parents have pugs and they need to have theirs done a lot and they stink?
Yeah.
You can smell them. Whereas I've never, we've got a West Highland Terrier. I've never had to do anything. He's never had a smell.
Yeah, so he's lucky because he just doesn't have the glands that get blocked.
Of it?
They're scent glands. So each time they do a poo, basically, they leave their unique little ID on it for other dogs to... So when a dog sniffs another dog's butt...
It's a tan shake.
That's what they're smelling, is these glands. It's their unique ID, if you like. And so they can go, ooh, six years old, he's been single for a couple of years.
Why are dogs actually infatuated by that? Because my dog rolls. He likes to roll in bird poo as well, Brownie. Why do they roll in things like that?
Thank you, Whipper. It is different. So that is actually even though they're pet dogs, they're actually still wild in a certain way. So what he's doing is that's the hunting mind in him.
Yeah.
So he's making himself smell like his environment and smell like his prey. So he believes that one day he may be able to take down a seagull.
Awesome.
And so,
Well, your dog would.
but he has to enter full stealth mode if he's going to do that. So he smells like he becomes the seagull.
How funny.
He becomes the seagull, and then they can't smell him coming when he goes in his dreams to actually finally catch one.
Hey, Brownie, you took some amazing photos down at Bondi. Let's talk about Bondi the other day. Was that some of the biggest surf that you've seen in high tides down at Bondi before?
Yeah, it was definitely not paddleboarding weather.
No.
Which I know is where you're trying to take this. Certainly the shirt was on.
Yeah, good.
No, it was pretty big. Yeah, like that's right up about as big as it really gets. And when you get that swell combined with the high tide and the wind sort of pushing it in, it gets to pretty ridiculous levels. And then the backwash off the cliffs as well. It's quite enormous.
Brownie, we throw all sorts of topics at you. My mum said to me the other day, I've got 2 dreams in this world. One is to go on safari, to go to Africa. Yep. The other is to go and...
Bring up that one.
Yeah, Brownie wants to sleep tonight.
to stay at Brownie's for the night. No, the other is to go and sit and have human contact with the gorillas.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing that can be done?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Gave
And
birth to
lunch.
one.
yeah, it is. So
She did not give birth to one.
I,
What, she wants to recreate a family photo?
a missing link.
I'm still here, Mum. You might be in Melbourne, but just fly up. It's a lot easier.
They've become a lot more strict with it, and a lot of the time you have to wear masks because of the similarities between gorillas and people.
Dangerous?
It used to be always not really. The biggest danger is probably for them,
Right.
In what bugs if you were carrying a flu or
Yep.
or even COVID, because they can certainly catch that. So
Have you done that? What is the number one thing you've done?
I reckon.
What do you reckon? The whale?
No, I was in Costa Rica a couple of years ago and had to treat a sloth that had it was quite sad actually. It grabbed a power line and it damaged its arm, and so that was probably right up there.
Amazing.
Are they beautiful animals? They look you right in the eye, don't they, Brownie?
Yeah,
Like
they take about 9 minutes to turn around to do that.
Amazing.
Genuinely, it's
But
amazing.
what about that footage the other day of the guy on the zip line? Did you see that?
Yes,
The
And then
kid
it was
and the dad.
Yeah, and there was a sloth on the zip line.
I mean, thank God he stopped.
I know.
It just
But then what a slow exit for the second half of the zip line.
still there.
Are they aggressive? Could they have just grabbed hold of the sloth and kept ziplining?
Do you know the sloth's only defense is they don't bite or anything like that. But they squeeze, and because they've got an amazing grip strength.
Squeeze.
But they
So
you
they
can
crush
see
your bones.
with it's like a clamp. Their claws come across onto
How
their
funny.
hand, but it takes about 20 seconds for
Oh
them
my
to close
God,
the clamp.
that is not defence.
So you have an escape.
Oh mate, that and the soft shell crab, like you'd be furious.
All right, get involved. If you want to get involved, if there's any questions that you want answered from about your pets, give us a call 13 24 10.
Fitzy and Whipper.
Dr. Chris Brown with us. He's the host of I'm a Celebrity. He's on The Living Room, which you can catch tomorrow night 7:30 on Channel 10. He's a vet, and he's also $4 favourite to be this year's Bachelor.
Save your money. It's my advice.
You're on there with one of the the inspired unemployed boys, Tony Armstrong, and Richmond Tiger star Alex Rance.
Well,
So
good luck with that, Brownie.
Good luck, Brownie.
Hey, one thing you don't do in the radio world is when there's a song on, start a story and then say, no, I shouldn't say that. Because then we wait till we get on air and then I say, no, now is your time to say it.
And I really should know better.
What have you done?
No, what?
Just tell us now.
I had to
way
go-
out.
I was in regional New South Wales. I won't name the town because I don't want to embarrass the person. But I was with the crew and we'd sort of flown into this town, and we went to the coffee shop in the airport, ordered a couple of coffees. The barista there got the order all wrong. We go to the car to put the coffees in the car, and the barista comes running out. She's like, I just wanted to apologise. I'm so sorry about what just happened with the order. And so it's like, it's okay. Like the shouting by that stage had ended on my part. And she said, look, do you mind if we get a photo? And I said, yeah, sure. So we get a photo, and it's a beautiful little selfie. And then I go to sit in the car, and I hear this honk. And I'm like, what the hell was that? And I turn around, and she's lying on the ground, and she'd had to run back into the coffee shop whilst looking at a phone and run into the pole. And I knocked herself out.
Oh, my God.
So we spent an hour in this airport just comforting her, like stemming the... It was
out cold.
Stemming the blood. And it was just...
What, from her nose or forehead? Split it.
Nose, forehead, mouth.
She'd run with force.
Like,
was anyone filming at the time?
no, thank God we got the photo before. But it was... It was just...
Roll on that, fellas.
The dangers of getting a photo are extreme. Things can go horribly, horribly wrong. And it was just...
That is amazing.
And you will see that tomorrow night on the living room, 7:30 on Channel 10.
Howdy's photo bonanza. That is amazing.
If you've got a question about your pet, give us a call, 13 24 10. Mel on the Central Coast, you got Dr. Chris Brown here.
Hey guys, how you going?
Good.
Hey, Mel.
I've got a question. I've started seeing somebody, and it's probably 3 months new, but my dog has this thing where he'll bail him up, and it's getting to the stage where I need to choose between my dog and this new interest. And it's not a small dog. He's a golden retriever cross bearded collie wolfhound.
Wow. When you say bails him up, what, like barks at him, or what does he do?
Gets aggressive, the teeth go up, the ears go up, but he does it for nobody else. Anyone else come into my home and he'd be perfectly fine. It's like a big lap dog.
Why is it some people dogs take to some people and not others?
So it's sort of, it sounds a bit strange, but if you have, as a general rule, if you're female and you have a male dog, they will bond with you often more strongly than if you are female and have a female dog.
Yeah, right.
They almost pair up with you, and if you've had them for a long time, they see you as being their sort of life partner, if you like. So they naturally do get a little bit defensive and a little bit put out when they see someone else coming into their world. I don't think it's sort of a sign, Mel. I don't think your dog's seen something he doesn't like. It's probably just a matter of he needs to learn to trust and feel like he's getting something out of this relationship too. Do
dogs, men with deep voices, Brownie, does that, dogs don't like, is it anything to do with voices?
No, it's usually if they've had a bad experience with someone with a deep voice.
Right.
So if they have one bad experience with a man with a deep voice, that they will struggle to trust men with deep voices after that.
Let's say Mel had that guy, right, and he turned up, and then there was another guy that Mel quite liked. Wouldn't be bad to get the dog to choose the guy best for her. Could a dog make a decision like that?
I would like to see a dog make that decision.
Hey, there's a television show in that.
Like
there's a show in that.
One and sniff the other one.
The Bachelorette / Bondi Vet.
Yeah.
Somehow we've got to incorporate those.
I mean, if you're that guy, you are like you're smearing yourself in chicken.
Yes.
You have every single form of treat like secreted in every single orifice. Like you are
You're rolling in bird poo again.
you are rolling in the seagull poo.
Chicken glands.
So
Gus,
Mel, get him to feed the dog and also get him to walk the dog a little bit. That'll increase the bonding.
well done.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Good luck,
No worries.
Well done. Gus in North Sydney, what's your question for Dr. Chris Brown?
Yeah, g'day. Along similar lines, I've got a relationship question with my dog and sending mixed messages. Now, I love my dog loves me, we love each other, but every day when I come home from work, he tries to become intimate with my leg or my shoe. Am I sending a mixed message by pushing him away? Is that telling him I don't love you anymore?
Whoa.
Yeah, I get it.
Why do they try to hump your leg?
It was always the beanbag for us.
Was it?
Yeah, for Jessie. Poor Jessie.
But it
And
stops
you.
after you have them dissect.
No, it doesn't.
it doesn't.
Really?
Oh, no.
No way.
No.
Ours was randy as anything. That poor
I've never
beanbag got
had
a
a
thrashing.
Dog try and do that.
When I was a kid, we had a standard poodle, and I don't talk about this often. But,
Okay, let it out. Another one. Didn't walk into a pole, did it?
I was quite small. Naturally, I was a child, but this dog was quite big. And I was told by my brothers one time he just was so obsessively humping just everything. This big black standard
Sounds
poodle
like
that we
Matt
had.
DeGroot, yeah.
That my parents just put a towel over me and just thought, it's just easier.
Let it go.
Just let go.
Serious?
Yeah, they just thought, we can't keep on taking him away.
How long did that take for?
You're right, Fitz. I don't know. I was just told about it later on in life, and it stayed with me for quite a while. That's parenting Graham style.
What's that lump of towel in the corner of the room? It's our kid under there.
So we should get back to the question and leave the personal.
I don't know if we should.
Leave the personal revelations out of this. But,
Oh my God.
Gus, you think pushing your dog away is making it want you more? Is that what you're saying?
Gus, the challenge is that even when you push your dog away and say I'm sorry, I don't love you in that way, that they're not proficient in the English language, and he may only hear love and you. And so, also, it's still attention if you push them away and say their name. They're still essentially getting attention. And humping a lot of the time is about attention. It's not a sexual thing. It's basically play for them. So they're trying to get attention from you, but also it's kind of like they get a bit excited. And if the energy gets a bit high, especially when you're getting home from work, they're all sort of caught up in seeing you. It just overflows into humping. So ignore it, walk out of the room, deprive him of what he's after, which is attention.
Yep.
And just put him in the laundry or just give him some time to settle down.
How many legs have you attached yourself to over the years, Brownie?
I'll speak to our audio man, Snitch. Take that completely out of context every time he says humping, and we'll just use that next time Brownie's in.
Well, Gus, just get a towel and go for your life.
Tommy, can we get a full-length towel outfit made for Brownie for next time he comes in?
Well, Brownie, thank you so much. Thanks to Gus.
How are you feeling about the chat, mate?
Have I said too much? Have I?
Never.
No?
You are the best, mate. That's
towel.
why we love you on the show. The Living Room 2022. It kicks off tomorrow night, 7:30 on Channel 10. Brownie, thanks for coming in, legend.
Pleasure, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, buddy. Always great to see your face.
Fitzy and Whipper.